That is Tony Fuller, a 26-year-old pedophile. 3 years before that, in 1970, he was having sex with a 15-year-old that had a baby called Colleen Walker, which came to be one of the Barrowville missing children. That's how Tony Fuller looked in the mid-80s when Tony Fuller had the child murdered. Because as far as Tony Fuller was concerned, Colleen Walker was just living proof that Tony Fuller was a pedophile. That is how Tony Fuller looks these days, 79. He also goes by the name of Anthony Charles Fuller. He associates with the person in Barrowville that is still alive who killed Colleen Walker for Tony. He hangs out at this premises in the middle of Barrowville where the killer for Barrowville missing children currently resides, with his blonde wife, who was on Centrelink, who impersonates herself in Barrowville as a police officer. And she is involved in 2 murders in the last 30 years in Barrowville. That picture there was all put together by Tony Fuller, the document forger of the killer for Barrowville missing children. The shed where he is now, the Ballingarry Blue Commodore. And in that picture, there is 4 bodies. There's one on the deck chair on the right-hand side above his ear. There's a body laying on the grass. There's a body in the back of the car, and he's hanging onto a small child. And the Nangri and Getta Mafia say that Craig Pegler killed the 3 children in 1986. That person fraudulently blamed the mafia for what he did. That car there was the blue Ballingarry Commodore that was used by the killer for Barrowville missing children to abduct the children that he killed. Tony Fuller hid that car in Barrowville in 2 different locations for the last 25 years. Tony Fuller and the person who killed the children tried to blame it on the Nangri and Getta Mafia. Poncho Colandetti, who also goes by the name of Bo Vane in the Wolf Creek movies, also goes by the name of Theo Zimmerparty, Mr. Big Drug Lord. Poncho grew up at Tenterfield and went to school at Tenterfield before moving to the Blue Mountains. But Tony, the document forger, who covered up the children's murders in the mid-80s, Tony is the biological father of Colleen Walker. And this person here, 2 doors away, Rowan Connolly, who has black curly hair and has been in jail 2 times, hangs out with the killer's wife impersonating himself as a police officer for crimes committed in Barraville. He also associates with Tony Fuller,